Hello, everybody. My name is corythec here, and I'm going to be taking a step-by-step way of how I do commissions, and also how I log my commissions as an artist. If you guys want to keep on watching, go for it. If you don't want to, if you already have a perfectly good way to do it, by all means, continue. I'm just showing how I do it. All right. So this right here that I just pulled up on screen is actually what I have as my commission sheet. This is a little bit of an old one, so it was the only one that I had on my computer currently. So let's do a quick step-by-step on what all is going on here. So right here at the very top, I have my sketches right here, and my sketch is about $20. And then if somebody asks for an extra character, I'll just say, all right, I'll just add 10 to it, so it'll be $30. And then I have a sketch with color, which is going to be $25, and extra character is going to be $15 extra. And okay. And then I have ink with base, which is going to be $35. An extra character is going to be $20. And then a fully shaded, you got $40. Extra character with that is going to be an extra $20. And that is just the character alone. It's not incorporating a complex background. Complex backgrounds are going to be $25 because it's going to be a complex background. Now, if we scroll down a little bit, I give an example of how much this one costs right here. So I got shaded with 2 characters, a complex background, and that is going to be $85. I also have right here, I have profile pictures, and I have examples from these profile pictures, and they were $10 each back then. Also, I have Discord emojis, which are $10 each. I have examples, and also I have an animatic 12 frames per second, about $5 per frame whenever it comes to animatics. And whenever it comes to those, you have ones that can be as short as 3 or 4 frames, or you have ones that are over 200 frames. So that's the fun part whenever it comes to that. And these ones are just base price, period. With these, I'm not saying, all right, here's the time that I'm putting in, so I'm going to get paid $10 an hour. So I spent 20 hours on this, so I won $200 or something like that, because I can't log how many hours it is until after I finish the piece. And if the person stiffs me at the very end, does not want to pay, I have a piece that I spent hours on and didn't get paid for it, and I can't really turn around and reuse that piece because it's going to be a commission base. It's probably going to be somebody's OC or something. If I post it, then the person who stiffed me can go and grab that and be like, I got free art. So that's why I have this base price. And whenever I have people who commission me, I either A, take the whole entire amount up front, or B, whenever I am finished with the sketch. So say right here, I'm doing the give me 6 characters to make fan arts of. I would send them a sketch of this character right here. I send them a sketch, and then I'll get their okay. I'll say, all right, here's the sketch. You already paid me, like, say if it was 40, it'd be $20. You already paid me $20. Here's the sketch. And now that I'm done with the sketch, is there anything that you want to have changed or anything like that? I'll send them via wherever they found me on Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt, wherever they found me, or they sent me an email. I'll send it to them and say, hey, this is what I finished. Whenever it comes to sketch, if there's anything you want changed right now, tell me, because I'm not going to continue and do the inking and the coloring until you give me the go-ahead that this is exactly what you want. All right? That's a very important thing to do. Don't finish the whole entire piece before you get the okay. Because if you do that and they say, oh, I need to change this, or I need to change this, or I have to have a completely different pose, then you kind of up craps creek without a paddle. Now, here's the big kicker though. Whenever it comes to different poses, if they change the pose on you, tell them, all right, here's the deal. I will only allow you 2 pose changes, because this is taking a lot of time. I'm not going to be continuously sending you different pose after different pose after different pose and correcting tons of different things because you're changing your mind every 5 seconds. I'm not going to do that because that is wasting my time, it's wasting your time, and I'm not getting paid for that. Or I'm still getting paid, but I'm not making as much money as I should. Because that could take a commission that would take for me maybe 2 hours. or say an hour and a half, with somebody continuously changing it on me, it could take that and make it into a 4 or 5 hour commission. And that basically drastically reduces my average cost per hour and everything like that, which is really, really terrible. So that is a very crucial thing. Give me just 1 second. Coming back to all this, I'm going to let you guys know that that is a crucial thing, is to make sure that they know. Because if they don't know, they're going to continue doing that, and it's going to make it so that your algorithm that I'm going to be showing you to keep in a Google Docs is going to crumble really fast. So let me skip over to what I was going to show you guys. And that is going to be the commission sheet. Transition. Yes, it worked. All right. So this is basically how my commission sheets look like whenever it comes to my Google Docs. And I'm going to give you guys a quick run by run, play by play, all that fun jazz. So give me just 1 second to zoom in. All right. So right here, I do have the date of whenever I get the commissions. I got all these different commissions right here that are all lined up. Now I have the name of the commissioner. I have person 1, person 2, mainly to keep confidentiality whenever it comes to different people who commission me. I have where they came from, the social media, and you can see right here in the FX, that is showing what I had to type into those boxes, okay? And then also I have my commission right here, the description of the commission. Say if it's 2 profile pictures, if it is a full color sheet, full colored or full shaded commission, if it is a character design from the ground up, everything like that, or if it's a comic. Now that is where I put my description of it, and also how much I normally charge for that. Due to me using PayPal, PayPal is awesome. Due to me using PayPal, PayPal will actually sometimes take out taxes whenever it comes to, or a transfer fee whenever it comes to sending it over to my bank or anything like that. So I have placed here how much I was supposed to get and how much I actually got whenever it comes to different ones. Some people will give me tips and everything like that, which is awesome. Thank you. But this will go through and show how much income I have. And I just type in the value, 50, and also 471. I have it so that this whole entire box right here, this whole entire column is an income column. So, or a dollar amount column. So it'll put in, if I go down here and say, oh, I want 50, let's see if it will do it here. Yep, it will just do, boom. Super easy, works like a charm. Now I have time spent in hours. So this one, I have 2 hours spent on it. Or right here, I have 1.5 hours spent on these different ones. Now, if we go over here, this will see the dollar amount of total dollars per hour that I'm getting. So basically how I do that is that I took the sum of, see right here, this right here is very important. I did equals to the sum of E2, which is this one right here, which is my income, how much I got in, and then it was divided by F2, which is how much time I spent. And that will automatically do the math for me and made it $25. So I'm making $25 an hour during that time whenever I was working on that piece. And the status I have right here is a little checkbox that tells me if I'm done with it. So if I uncheck marked it, it'll stick out like a sore thumb and say, hey, this is one that you haven't done yet. That's more along the lines of for me to help me to remember which ones I've completed, which ones I haven't completed. And anytime I get, like, say, somebody wanting a commission, I put it in my sheet right over here. And this one was actually a commission that fell through that I never heard back from the person. So with that made it super easy. So that I was just like, all right, I already have it filled in. And I could go back and contact them and say, hey, just wanted to double check if you're still wanting commission or not. And then they'll say no or yes. And then boom, we'll continue from there. Now with this right here, after I got all this done, if you go over just a little bit, then we'll have my average cost per commission. So basically what this is the average. I take the average of everything right here, everything in the E column besides the income word. And that will tell me how much is the average whenever it comes to what commissions I have coming in. What is the average price? What is it? Also, I have total time spent, which is an easy sum right here. It is a sum of F2 to F, basically the whole entire column of F, of adding them all together and saying, all right, I've spent 38 hours of drawing time. 0.44. 38.44, doesn't really matter. I have my total income right here. So total income right here is based upon all these different ones right here, all added together. All right? And my average rate, my average time, like dollar per hour time that I'm spending on these is sitting right here. And it's sitting at $31.41 an hour. So the minimum wage, whenever I mean, is roughly what, $10 an hour now? So whenever it comes to art, I'm making about $31 an hour. That sounds really, really good. Downside is it's a feast or famine. This is not like per week that I'm making $31 an hour, 40-hour work weeks. I'm not. Obviously, I've barely made a 40-hour work week. So in that time frame, I've made $31.41 an hour, which is important to make sure whenever it comes to trying to keep it above, say, my normal job, I'm making like $11 an hour. So as long as I can keep this above $11 an hour, that's good for me. That means that it's actually paying off. I'm not spending a butt ton of time in it. And that's why this helps me whenever it comes to make sure, all right, I need to make sure I'm going faster, making good quality art, because if I go faster and I'm not making good quality art, the person's going to send it back and say, well, I don't like it, and stuff like that. And then I'm going to have to change stuff about it, and it's really annoying. So I took an average of this whole entire column right here in G and just took an average just to see what is the average rate. Now over here you might see and ask, what the heck is this stuff right over here? This stuff right over here is basically whenever I'm working on a commission currently that's not done, I can put in the person's name up here, how much time I've already been spending, and right down here it just adds it up for me. So that I say, all right, I've done 30 minutes this day, and 30 minutes, if I divide that by, or what was it, 30 divided by 60, if my calculator will work, it would be 0.5, but I'm just making sure that I'm saying this correctly. Yeah, if it's 30 divided by 60, it's going to be 0.5, because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So say if I only got 26 minutes done, 26 minutes, timing myself, 26 minutes done, I had to take a break, I had to go and eat or something, and I close everything out. If I divide that by 60, that is 0.43333333, so I just say 0.43. So I can just go over here and put 0.43 and click off it, and it tells me that now I have a grand total of 2.58. That, after I'm finished with the whole entire commission, I can scroll over here and be like, all right, who was 18? There we go. We are at 2.58. And instantly, it changed my dollars per hour. And also, it changed here. So let's say I do something extreme, like, say, 9 hours. Now, watch the average rate. And also my dollar per hour. Boom. I got now to $11 an hour, and now my average is 29.8. So that right there is how quick it is. Now say if I do, for some odd reason this took me 20 hours. I doubt it will, but I'm making $5 an hour. And that brought it down to 29.53. I know there's a lot of math, and as artists, we're not math people, but whenever it comes to income and making sure that your art is paying for itself, this is very beneficial to sit there and watch and look. If you're getting tons of commissions coming in, it's like, all right, Now I have something that could be a good setup. I can make sure that everything goes properly. This is a very important thing, people. Very, very important. And it's super simple to set it up. All you have to do is go through, fill these ones out. It's easy as the only ones that you really have to have any math on is G right here, which is dollar per hour. And these ones right here, those are the only ones that you have to have really any math on. And those ones right there are super simple because this one is just equal sum, which is sitting right here. It is equal sum, parentheses, E2 and divided by F2. And if you're going to be writing something, watch, all I got to do is like, okay, 45, let's do 20, well not 20, let's go something a little bit lower than that. Let's go 4. There we go. Now, all I have to do is go insert, function, and I go sum, very important. And now all I have to do is click here, and then I will do a division, dividing, okay? And then I'll click on this one, which is F, and then I hit enter. Done. Really easy, really simple, and this makes it so that you can log how much you're making an hour, what are you doing whenever it comes to how much you're making, and also keeps everything in order, which is phenomenal. It's super helpful, trust me. And over here, it's as simple as typing average of the whole entire E column. Boom. That's easy. Total time spent, right here. Super easy. All you got to do is make sure that you, and with this one, it's a little bit different. A little bit different because it's not, say, F plus F. Okay? So basically what it is that if I went total time spent, and I just click this right here, it's going to do F to F. All right? You can say, okay, that's perfect. F colon F. That's perfect. Works. Now, if I hit enter, it works perfectly fine because it's not snagging this right here, which is the time hour spent. Works great. Now, for the average cost, it is the same exact thing. This one's an average rather than a sum. All right? I didn't think that I was going to have to be teaching how to do spreadsheets today, so yeah. But spreadsheets are super helpful, makes it so that you can log every little detail. So now, another thing is that make sure that you have a timer up, which I have a timer on my computer, and I can go over to stopwatch, 40 minutes, and while I'm drawing, I click that. Start drawing, blah, 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 blah. Whenever I'm done, I click this. Boom, it took me 4 seconds. I will put that in my little spreadsheet, and now I have an idea of how much I'm really making. And whenever somebody comes up to you and says, oh, you're an artist, I guess you gave up on life, you're not making much money, are you a starving artist? Now you can go, well, actually, I've made about 20 bucks an hour on art, and I made over $300 or something like that. And then people are going to sit there and go, wow, that's incredible. And the cool part is if you do this with Google Docs, you can do it from your phone, you can do it from your iPad, you can do it from any computer, so you always constantly have it around, which is great. As long as you have internet, it is great. So the reason why I'm doing all of this is to try to help you guys understand whenever it comes to commissions, what are you supposed to do? I have questions that come up to me all the time about commissions, about how do I do commissions, how do I make money off of art. This is how you can log it, and this is how you can track it. Now, the second most important thing is that if you are going to be an artist, you have to make sure that you have a social media presence. You have to have a social media presence. I'm not talking about going out and getting billions and billions of followers. It takes a long time. Whenever I started Instagram, it took me a buttload of time to even get to about 300 or 400 followers. And it is tough. It is hard. Find your niche, Find the thing that people like that you do and continue to do that while also working your way up to becoming a better artist. All right? Very important. Please understand what I'm talking about here. Is that when it comes to art, find your niche. Find what people like that you do and do it. And that will also help bring in people who are wanting commissions. Because you can't get commissions if nobody knows you exist. Go on Twitter, go on Instagram, get a DeviantArt. I know people are trashing DeviantArt or trashing Tumblr or trashing different websites. The thing is that there's still people there, and if you have a good following there, use that to your benefit. I mean, let's say with Twitter. Whenever I started Twitter, I had about, after I think it was like half a year, I only had 50 followers. 50, that was it. Now I'm sitting at 1,900. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm super successful. I'm not. But I am still making money because people are seeing that I'm like people that see me and I put on my different Twitters, Instagram, and stuff like that that I am open for commissions. They see my art and they want art. You have to sell yourself. Whenever it comes to an artist, it's not that, oh, I'm an artist, I'm not a salesman. You have to be a salesman to sell yourself in order to get money, which is very important if you're wanting to become a successful artist. I know that it's not always about the money, money, money. We don't need the money, money, money. And now I'm going to get demonetized because I started saying that, but I don't even really care right now. But what is very important is that if you're wanting to become a successful artist, if you're wanting to make money off of your art, is to have a social media presence. Get on Twitter, get on Instagram, post. Try to make it so that you do a post a day or a post every 2 days. Just try to make it so that you get traffic. Make sure that whenever you are posting stuff, put tons of hashtags. Reach out. Say you notice that, oh, a lot of popular artists are drawing Sonic. There's a Sonic movie coming up. Maybe I should draw something about Sonic and tag the Sonic movie. Tag the Sonic movie, hashtag the Sonic movie, not at the Sonic movie, but tag it because a lot of people are looking for those things right now. You have to play the field right, people, come on. And this is just little things that I've been picking up over the years, and that's how I've gotten to the place that I am. And yes, art, a skill of art is very important too. But you can be an amazing artist making like crap tons of amazing art. But if you're not posting it, if you're not putting it out there, then nobody's going to know. And then if you're mad that you're not getting commissions and you're not posting your stuff, you're not reaching out, nobody can really grab your hand and pull you in and say, hey, I want a commission. That's why cons are great. Going to cons, having a booth, selling prints, that's great too. I mean, I've gotten commissions from cons. Person will walk up and say, hey, do you do commissions? I can give them my card and say, yes, I do commissions. Go to my Twitter, go to my Instagram. I have a sheet right there and you can contact me. You can contact me through the DMs on Instagram and also on Twitter, or you can send me an email at this email address. Whichever one works for you, just send it to me and I'll get back with you. Those things are very important to do because if you're trying to make money, making money off of art isn't impossible. It's a little bit difficult, but it's not impossible. Case in point, whenever I first started doing commissions, I was charging $5 for a fully shaded commission. That would take me 5 hours. That's terrible. Whenever it comes to how much money I was making compared to how much time I was putting into it, I was making about 10 cents an hour. Wait, no, that's not mathematically correct. So if I had 5 hours divided by 5, making $1 an hour, I'm an idiot. I'm making $1 an hour. Yeah, that would be terrible. But I had to start somewhere. And yes, whenever it comes to if you have an influx, a ton of different commissions, yeah, it's great. But also, maybe it's time to raise up your price just a little bit more. Don't make it like super incredibly impossible. Like, say you have, oh, for a headshot's $200. That's, uh, the reason why a lot of people raise up their prices of commissions is to make sure that they can filter out so that yes, there's tons of them that are coming in, but also at the same time, they're not making a ton of money whenever it comes to how much time they spent on it versus how much money they're getting in. So they'll raise the price a little bit to also help whenever it comes to having a butt ton of commissions coming in. It helps kind of like put a valve on it so that you can control it just a little bit. It's like, all right, all right, all right. And then I can close commissions right here. And then whenever they open them back up, if there's, say, there's an emergency, they can drop down the price if they need to do that. That's what artists do. That's what we do. And if you want to become better, if you want to become a artist who makes money off of this, please get a social media. Make a social media presence on a couple different ones. It's hard to keep up with, but yes, it's a job. And two, be smart whenever it comes to your time and how much you're asking for. I mean, if you have something that takes you a couple of hours, I mean, calculate what would be the best course of action. Because if it takes you 2 hours to do a drawing, maybe do it so that it's, I don't know, $20. But that's for like a fully shaded commission. Like something that's fully shaded, fully done, rendered, everything. If it's just sketch, don't charge as much. See what I'm talking about? Thank you all so much for watching. Please, please, please stay safe during this quarantine time. Please wear a mask. If you're going out, stay inside. And also, please, wash your hands. Golly, we don't want this to spread anymore. Got it? I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.